Good evening and thanks for joining us. The growing calls for her resignation were just too much for the NDP government to ignore. Premier David Eby has announced Selina Robinson is stepping down from her cabinet post. Her comments calling the land where Israel is a crappy piece of land sparked outrage, and demonstrators weren't satisfied with an apology. CTV's Rob Buffum is live in Victoria and joins us with the latest on this controversy. Rob.
Mi Jung, the announcement was made this afternoon following mounting pressure over the past few days after comments that Selina Robinson made in an online panel.
That has got to go.
Amidst mounting pressure, including from these protesters at this morning's NDP caucus retreat in Surrey, Selina Robinson has stepped down as cabinet minister for post-secondary education, a decision the Premier called mutual.
What has become apparent is the scope of the work that needs to be done by Selina, the depth of the hurt that she has caused to many British Columbians.
Robinson's demotion comes after these remarks in an online panel discussion last week about the land upon which Israel was founded.
It was a crappy piece of land with nothing on it. There were, several 100,000 people, but other than that, it didn't produce an economy.
The controversial comments sparked widespread outrage. Representatives from more than a dozen mosques and Islamic groups sent a letter Friday to the Premier demanding Robinson resign and advising no NDP MLA or candidate was welcome in mosques until she did. Today's news was called a first step by the National Council of Canadian Muslims.
It brings kind of justice that a lot of the community has seen lacking in the past few months.
Robinson had issued a statement this morning, a second apology in several days, but she didn't offer to resign, noting instead, "I am committed to learning from this significant mistake. To that end, I will be taking part in anti-Islamophobia training to more deeply understand the concerns that have been expressed to me." Not good enough for these protesters who said they had a petition with 11,000 names calling for Robinson to resign. By the afternoon, the pressure from various groups, including Indigenous leaders, academic and student groups, was seemingly too much.
And the government simply could not afford to ride this out any longer. With its throne speech and budget coming up later this month, the government really wants the conversation around those items, setting up its election bid for this year.
She will need to spend, what is clear, a significant amount of time in face-to-face meetings with a lot of people who are hurt by her comments, and she needs to focus on that.
A decision not everyone supported. The head of the Jewish Federation of Greater Vancouver tweeting, "Amazing to see pro-Hamas activists succeed in removing an appreciated apologetic Jewish minister while relentlessly attacking Jewish students." Robinson remains in the NDP caucus, but issued a statement this afternoon advising she would not be running again in the next election, a decision she said she'd made prior to this controversy. Robinson will be replaced immediately by Brenda Bailey, who's currently also the Minister of Jobs, Technology and Innovation. The party says in the longer term they will replace the position with somebody else they'll be appointing in due time. Mi Jung.
Okay, thank you, Rob.